Hello, my goal today is to show you how to integrate different applications on the iPad to create project-based assessments for your students. When planning science lessons, I go ahead and start with the standards, and I went ahead and highlighted the main standard associated with this series of project-based assessments, formative and summative. I was utilizing ESS 3-5, analyzing geoscience data and the results from global climate models to make evidence-based forecast of the current rate of global or regional climate change and associated future impacts on Earth systems. The long and short, how does climate change affect Earth's ecosystems? Why are Earth's ecosystems in trouble? And how does this impact biodiversity of different organisms aside from humans and humans themselves on the planet? This particular lesson was in a series, and more towards the end, after learning about climate change, featured around Earth Day and some of the things that we see as evidence of climate change in the world today. And the students were presented with several different formats of material where they had to kind of research and observe as a group and as individuals issues revolved around climate change. So after we spent Earth Day, Earth Month, which was the month of April, observing some of these phenomena that we see in the natural world today, I charged the students with the task of making a concept map. So I used concept maps in the class to help organize information as we go. Part of this concept map was loaded into OneNote as in the teacher section. So if we back up here and we go up to the content library, all the students had access to this concept map that we did as a group to start off with. And then I let the students continue the process of the research as a whole group, and we made our observations through the videos, and then the students were left on their own to complete this. And this is a finished product using concept mapping on OneNote class notebook. Hello again. I'm here to continue with part 2 of my video about our climate change causes and solutions concept mapping that led to a summative project that students used an application on Canva to create. Once students had the product of their concept map created in OneNote, the next task was to choose an idea from their concept map to create a climate change infographic. The task was to create an infographic using pictures, models, data, graphs, and text to explain one of the signs and symptoms of climate change, showing that it is real and affected by human activity. I went ahead and gave the students the option of choosing a climate change environmental issue, or specifically selecting an animal population, which would get them to dive a little bit deeper into the interconnectedness of species in their environment. And by choosing an animal population, they were able to figure out how is biodiversity impacted on the planet by issues associated with climate change. So that was very engaging for them. They were able to choose whatever it was that they wanted, and then you can see here the rubric is explained with words, and then obviously here in this chart. Today I want to show you how to use Clever to add a specific app to your class as a single sign-on. I have really loved utilizing an app called Canva in my classes to add Canva as an option. Canva is a application to primarily what I use it for are for generating infographics, but as you can see here, Canva does presentations, posters. Once you've logged on to your Clever account, you just have to find the app for Canva by adding it to the search bar. Then you can select the Canva application and hit add to class, and you can see here that I've already added it and it's in my resources added by me, and it also shows up on my favorites. After having set up your Canva account through Clever, when you log in, you'll automatically land on this page, which is the home page. On the bottom left, you can see I have Ashley Strebig's class, and to add students, I have to select the copy link for students to join the class, which I would post in Schoology. So I click on Ashley Strebig's class, I scroll up, I tap on people, and then I'm able to copy the link from here and add it to my Schoology folder for that week. One important detail is that when you paste the link, you want the ABC box that's right here to not be highlighted. Now that the students have their assignment for the infographic and they have joined Canva, they can begin doing research and working on their project. My specific instructions were that my students create an infographic and follow the criteria listed in the rubric. I want to go ahead and highlight some of the awesome examples made by students just this semester related to this climate change infographic project. Initially, students start their infographic projects landing on the home page, looking something like this from a blank slate. They have to select, in this case, an infographic, which was what they were instructed to make, and they choose their templates based on what they find interesting on the left-hand side. Their templates are basically just the background. If I want my template to have plants on it, I can type on plants. I'll select my template. I can duplicate the page, easily delete, easily add a blank page, easily delete. If I delete by accident, I can use the undo button and repaste it down. The next step is really important if you want to monitor student work throughout the process. Students, once they're on this screen, have to click the share button, and then they'll have to select your name, who you are the owner of the class, and then that will automatically end up in your shared with me tab. You can see here many students have just completed this assignment and have shared with me their projects, and I would like to share that with you next. Once students have shared with you, you can monitor their progress on their project. You can help students with their projects as they're working on them. I found this really helpful during distance learning last semester when they were doing these projects. I was able to provide accommodations for students who may have been missing some of the things from their rubric. These are some of my exemplar examples. I can zoom in on the tablet, which is really nice. I can go ahead and push this button down here on the bottom right with the arrows and view it full screen and just swipe across. Next, I'll show you the zebra by Cece. Hers was fantastic as well. So students have creative license to basically create whatever they want in this format. Some of the other things I review when assigning an infographic project are essentially key characteristics of an infographic, what makes an infographic and not a digital poster, which is also an option on this platform as well. And then we have the giant panda. So again, to view it larger screen or to have that ability, the more flexible ability to zoom in, you can see here, Giant Pandas by Tamia Purnell. She did a great job on this as well. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and would consider using Canva in the future. Have a great day.